So I'm out here with a fire on, and I'm looking around trying to find branches that are useless to me. They're worthless. This one is worthless, so I'm going to get rid of this. There we go. Put that down there. Right, let's have a look at this. That's definitely useless. This one, yeah, no good, is it? It's no good. On the fire with it, I think. On the fire. So let's have a look. Let's go over here. Don't want this wood, it's good for nothing. Can't do anything with it really. But you know what? No, actually it's useless. It is useless. Let's just get rid of it, get that bit off. I mean, yeah. Just put it in there for now. Chuck it in. Actually, do you know what? Might make a good walking stick actually. Let's have a look here. Plucked from the fire. Yeah, I think my grandfather might quite like that. If I round the top off there, I think he can walk on that. Cut the bottom off just so it's a bit nicer. Put some weight on it. Oh, actually, no, it's rotten, it's gone. That is definitely a worthless branch. That deserves the fire and nothing else. It can't hold weight, it has no strength. There's nothing good about it, it's rotten. And all we need to do with it is burn it. Right, here's another one. Let's get rid of that, it's useless, in my way. Let's just get it there. Ooh, there we are. Get rid of that. Nice bit of oak. Burn well, I expect. Let's get rid of that. Put that down there. Good, that's out of the way now. Just took all the other branches off it. Because that one doesn't look too bad actually. Doesn't look particularly good, does it? Bit of oak. Chuck it on, innit? Chuck it on the fire, get rid of it. Chuck another worthless branch on, I think. There you go. See ya. Let's get rid of it. Actually, do you know what? Quite a good bit of wood, actually. I mean, I think I can do something with that. Put some weight on it. Oh, it's still got flex in it. I reckon I can redeem this. It's still smoking. I think it's redeemable. Do the other side here. Make some more adjustments here. Too long, I think I'm going to take it off there as well. Try and shape it a bit. Okay guys, it's nearly midnight, as you can see. It's dark, cold in the winter, and I need to take my stick and make it white. Take all the dirt and grime off it and get to the inner core and cleanse it. Hard going, but it's worth it. It's going to look cool, right? Once it's kind of shaped and made right, even at this late hour, it's going to be worth something. And I don't want to just take the dirt off and grime and cleanse it. I want to actually reshape it so that it actually looks like I want it to. Right, so I've left this stick since I last showed you for a few months, and if you look at it, the kind of wood has tainted from being the pure white that I had revealed with the grinder, and now it's kind of oxidized or aged. So I need to baptize it in the refining fire, take off the impurities that are on the surface, wash its feet, as it were. Doesn't need a whole bath, but it does definitely need attention, and then seal it with something so that it's impenetrable to the things that may corrupt it. See what I mean? I'm going to do the whole thing, get the rest of the old man off, the old bark, the hard exterior that needs to go to reveal the white underneath. So I'm going to do that now. Now I want to show you something. I've got a nice piece of sandpaper here. It's got a bit of dirt on it, but it's generally very clean. But look, even though I can get something off, the hard exterior, very difficult to completely remove just by human power. It takes an actual thing beyond human power. It takes something with much more power, and this is totally pure and new, and the same amount of effort simply just removes that hard exoskeleton very, very quickly. In fact, it's nigh on impossible by human power to get this off, and that's partly a reason that we look to a power greater than ourselves in order to remove this hard exterior that reveals the white underneath, the spirit, if you like, that needs to remain untainted. And you can see the difference there between the taint and the virgin wood underneath. Okay, this is the foot, and it's got a bad angle on it, and it's kind of, it just needs de-hooving and putting a new hoof on, if you know what I mean. This one's needs renewing so that it can you can wear the shoes of the gospel of peace, right? So I'm just going to cut a good angle on it. Now it's got a fresh hoof on it. Now the powerful tool that was taken, the powerful tool that has taken off the hard exterior has done so, and it's revealed the virgin wood underneath, even though there will always be taints within it. Most of it is removed. But now what I want to do is refine it further, and so I get a much finer tool to smooth out and refine all the notches and make it much more pleasant. Right, so I've done quite a bit of sanding on this thing, and you can see I've got all the rough edges that the first refinement removed, right? And I'm left with virgin wood underneath, even though it's got the corruption within, if you like. It's looking clean, but now I want to try and refine it even more, which can be done in human strength, and I'll show you. Right, so I've got my fine sandpaper here, and in my own strength I'm going to take what the power tools have done, what I couldn't do, and just refine it a bit more so that it's really smooth, and work with the power tool to just get it really nicely without any kinks, so it's actually nice to, very smooth to hold, and it's pleasant. It's a pleasant experience to behold the exterior of this stick now. One thing to note is that even though this stick has been redeemed and purified and refined, it will always be crooked. There's nothing I can do about that. It would have to be an entirely new stick not to be crooked. But it has been redeemed and is in the process of refinement, as I'm showing you. Now I'm still sanding out the kinks and things I can see, but I can only see it in the light. Without that light shining on it, I literally can't see it. So I want to try and refine it back as best I can, but look, I'm not going to get them all. Not unless I'm totally focused in the light and spending a lot of time trying to see every imperfection. And that's probably going to take me a lifetime if I sat in to do that, right? So I'm just going to do what I can, and let's see where we go from there. Right, warts and all, I feel it's time to seal this. I want to seal it and make it mine, and seal in what has already been refined, so that it doesn't get tainted by the air again. So that's the next step in my refinement process is to seal in the virgin wood so that it won't be corrupted. Now, the next step in this might actually surprise you. Now I've revealed that virgin wood and sanded it and refined it and made it how I want, took the hard exterior off, because the next step of refinement is to burn it in the fires. This is called shoshone, and what it actually does is it makes it much harder. The wood is much harder now. Now I've kind of revealed the grain. Now this isn't corrupting it. This is actually using it to make it much harder and resistant. So this part of the refinement process is actually quite time consuming, but what you'll notice is it's revealing more of the imperfections, but at the same time making what's underneath it protected and way less vulnerable to the outside elements, right? I don't want to burn it too much because I might ruin the stick, but I won't give it more than it can handle, of course. I just want to make it tougher. And there'll be another stage of refinement after this, of light sanding, just to kind of take off the imperfections of the grain coming to the surface, skimming the scum off the surface, if you like. Yeah, I'll just keep going until I'm done. Next part of the refinement process is to seal in. All the goodness, all the toughness, the actual inner beauty no one else can see. I mean, you can see it right now, but that's because I'm giving you insight into it. But you won't see it in a minute, and I'll show you why. Still, this is going to help seal everything in and keep it pure inside. Pure enough anyway. Impenetrable. Right, that's all coated up, and now what I want to do is put another coat on and give it double the inner protection. And so I'm going to blow on it with the wind of the spirit here. Try and dry it out nice and quick, that first layer, so I can put a second layer on. Okay, so that's the first layer dry. But what it's done is it's brought out imperfections that need sanding back again. So there's another element to the refining process before I put on a second layer of the protecting varnish. So here it goes. Get it back nice and smooth how it was before. Okay, here's the second layer going on, double the protection. Brings out more of the colour, which is nice. So that's the next stage, is the double coated protection of the already toughened in fire, made pure virgin redeemed wood underneath. So I'm pretty sure that you are going to approve of this stick. It's come out really nice, very beautifully actually. Very happy with that. But that's the interior and it's going to be hidden now, and I'll tell you why. It's because it needs armor. Now, it needs armor fit for royalty, but it can't be gold because this is only a veneer. This is on the surface. Obviously, there's only one who can look gold, if you like, and that is the King of all kings, the Lord of all lords. And he's solid gold anyway. You know, he's as valuable and as strong as that, whereas, you know, this is just wood. But the veneer, the armor if you like, to protect the inner core, and now you may be thinking, oh, such a shame, it was so beautiful before. And in a way I agree, but that's not the point. The point is we need to be protected, and we don't care about what everybody else sees. This stick is this stick represents the believer, right? And who cares what the world thinks, what you look like? Got to make sure we get underneath as well, that every aspect is covered in armor. So yes, I know people can't see the beauty within. What was there is now hidden, still underneath, but only the Lord knows about it. Whereas everybody else, especially your enemy, will only see the armor, the hard exterior that is godly now. Okay, well that's the first coat, obviously, but we have to examine ourselves every day to see whether we're still in the faith. And there are little kind of, I can feel like it's not quite smooth enough, because once again, the paint has brought out the grain. So the armor needs shining. So I've got very fine sandpaper here. Just going to give it a light rub, just to polish up. Like that. There you go. Oh, that's very smooth now. Feels nice. So we just quickly respray it. Double the coat. There we are, guys. Final result for now. Very distinguished. Wish my grandfather was around so I could give it to him. But nevertheless, looks cool, eh? A redeemed stick, plucked from the fire of judgment, refined, put armor on, and Now it's useful for something. Maybe for clubbing heretics over the head with. Who knows? Dum 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 la da dum 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 dum